Welcome back to the Cinema Cult Network. I am Chris.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Honto.
And we have a very special holiday episode planned for today. If you remember, we did all James Bond movies in November. And we talked about... Actually, this is Matt's idea. Matt had this idea for... why don't you go ahead and just tell us what the idea is?
I wanted to do a James Bond special. We talked about doing top 5 movies at first, but we always do top 5 movies when we do these specials.
I think last Christmas we did a top 5 just general Christmas movies.
Yeah.
We're kind of going like a...
Yeah, and it's hard because we've literally exhausted the Christmas topics, but you guys really want to do a Christmas episode. And I was like, yeah, we need to do a Christmas episode, but we need to do a different topic. We can't do Christmas movies. So we went with James Bond, and we are doing a list of lists.
Yeah.
And so we'll just go through it. We're not going to spoil them all. But we have 6 different categories that we're going to cover in the James Bond universe. And it's going to be our favorite this and our favorite that of the James Bond universe. So let's go ahead and dive right in, as we always do at the top of the hour. And let's talk about our favorite James Bond gadget. Honto, we'll start with you.
I'll probably say, because I think I mentioned on the GoldenEye episode, that was like the first like kind of real Bond movie I saw in the theaters. It was like my real entryway, even though I had seen previous entries before, but I really dig the exploding pen. Exploding pen is...
Really? I thought you were going to say the watch.
No, I like the exploding pen a lot because it actually, like, to this day, I still do the twirl. I can't do it as good as Boris, but like every now and then if I'm like working on something, I'll like twirl the pen, click it and stuff, and thankfully no explosions yet, but you know.
I will say, until the day I die, every time I click a pen more than once or twice, I'm gonna think of GoldenEye.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, the pen's awesome.
Yeah. And plus it's like such an awesome moment because it's like, you know, you have your Q scene where you're getting introduced to all the gadgets and he tells them what this does. And it comes at like the best, like almost like one of the best moments, the start of an action sequence at the very end, where it's like clicking and then Boris yells, "Give me the codes, Natalia!" And then he kicks it, and it like leads to an explosion at the facility.
Yeah,
and it's just chaos, and it's like just awesome.
It is.
I like the gadgets that are like. I mean, the gadgets
like
are cool that are hidden.
Like
that could be generic
ones.
things.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I mean, like they're using it to write.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think you see it, but like obviously it's supposed to be a writing utensil.
Is that what you love about it? Like, it can write.
Yeah, it can write. Like if I'm in a pinch and I need a pen,
it does.
It does it.
If you need to write a message to the person you're about to blow up.
Yeah. It also does that.
But there's a lot of cool gadgets like that in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Where it's like whether it's the watch, the
GoldenEye
pen,
just
or
has
the belt.
like so many great things for a Bond movie.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we covered the hell of it on an episode, but
Yeah.
So check it out.
yeah. And we
Matt.
talk about the pen pretty extensively.
Yes.
Matt, what do you got for your favorite gadget?
Scaramunga's golden gun.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Right?
Surprising. Okay, now you do
Yeah.
not like this movie.
It's not
No,
good. It's not
no.
good. No, it's not good.
So
No,
why would you?
it's
pick
one of
this
the bad
gadget?
ones.
I haven't
It's one
seen
of
it
the
in
bad
years,
ones.
so explain to me why this gadget's so cool.
It's cool because it's a pen, a lighter, and a cigarette case.
Okay.
And just like
It's like he assembles like the Jackal or like the I think we talked about it in the Line of Duty. Have you ever seen we talked about this?
no,
But the same
I
thing
don't
where
think
they-
we've talked about.
He compiles
I've never
basically
seen
out
Line
of
Duty.
ordinary things. He like it's almost like he 3D prints, but it's basically what you're talking about. He assembles it out
Yeah.
of like whatever, and it's like, oh my god,
It's cool, and it's cool because it's the I think it's the only. Don't quote me on this. I think it's the only foe in all of the Bond movies that actually has his own gadget.
If you want to if you want to put Jaws in the category,
He's got his
it's
teeth.
kind of a gadget.
Kind of. I mean, it's like more of like
a stretch.
It's like a
but-
grill. Like
Or
you
you
know,
got,
it's like a really sharp
you got
grill. I don't really say it's like a
Yeah,
gadget.
Jonathan Pryce from Tomorrow Never Dies. He's got that like drill thing.
Yeah,
Like that's like a gadget.
yeah.
I don't know why he's using it. I can't remember.
Or he's also got that iPad that he types on,
Oh wow, before its time. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Actually, the teeth would be considered a gadget because it's a weapon.
it's and it also serves a function for
Yeah.
chewing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not
okay.
making fun of you. I'm saying like, yeah. But I think the golden gun's really cool. It's a one-shot kill.
Yeah.
It
costs $1 million per shot.
It's
yes.
expensive. It's an expensive gun.
And
Yeah.
it's like the idea that you can like he builds it, the idea you can like dismantle it, take it apart. It looks like a pen, a cigarette lighter, and a cigarette case.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised like James Bond didn't like snag this thing off Scaramanga when he kills him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And be like, yeah, I'm taking this with me.
This is a
Yeah.
trophy. I'm keeping it as a trophy.
Yeah, it's just a really cool gadget, and it's like, yeah, it's the only good thing about that movie. That and Britt Eklund. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but the
I
rest
like
of that
the
movie,
song.
the
I
re-
like the song.
I don't even like the song.
Yeah.
Oh, I
think it's one of the-
I actually really.
It's
like
one of
this
the,
I
I
song.
brought
dig
this
the
up to
song.
you guys off camera, but I think it's one of like the goofiest Bond songs. Like there's ones where okay, you can tell like what certain. We'll get to it when we talk
Yeah.
about Bond songs.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Okay,
Gadget.
So my favorite gadget, I looked at every single gadget almost. And one of the ones I looked at, I can't remember which Timothy Dalton movie it was, where there's a boombox with a rocket launcher in it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's License to Kill.
Is it License to Kill? Okay, I thought
I think
so.
it
Yeah.
is.
And so I thought that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I ended up going with the JB988 cell phone from Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh,
I forgot
Very
about
cool.
that.
Because it has like
Yeah.
13 functions. It like unlocks cars, it shocks people, and then
Isn't
he
that what
drives
he's?
a car.
Yeah, I was
with
say,
it.
isn't that what
Yeah.
he's using to?
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's got like a fingerprint scan. I mean, it's got like
And
everything.
it's kind of like.
oh, it's got a taser.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It shocks people. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's kind of that movie's like. I was actually thinking about it. That movie's like kind of ahead of its time because he's like using it as a rear view camera, right?
No, he's laying in the back seat.
Oh, or
And
is he
he's
driving?
he's
driving
driving
the
it,
car
yeah.
with it.
forward or something? Is he driving forward?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in the.
yeah.
It's the part where he's in the parking garage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he's driving the car with it on the
But
screen.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that technology definitely like exists today, which is like kind of wild. That
Yeah, I laid in the back of my
That's a
car for like
cool-
14 hours trying to get my phone.
you're just watching Netflix on your phone.
I'm kind of like James.
Yeah,
playing
just watching Tomorrow Never Dies in the trunk of your car. That was great.
The movie is now my life.
Dude, that's a really cool one though, and that whole sequence is awesome.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's very cool.
Yeah, we talk about car chase sequences kind of sucking in movies.
Yeah,
That's actually been a main topic we've brought up several times this year
Yes,
on the
it
podcast.
has, Yeah.
But that's an awesome car chase sequence.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool one. I totally
Yeah.
blanked on that.
Oh, Hunter's going.
Useless gadget. Do you know any useless gadgets?
Like,
Oh,
that's a good
useless
question.
ones.
I do have one.
What do you got?
It's the fake nipple from Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he wears a third nipple to impersonate Christopher Lee's character.
yeah,
And
Yeah,
that's how
that's-
they're like, oh, you're like the hitman.
and it
Yeah.
falls off. It's like,
yeah.
that's the glue detaching. Your third nipple just fell off.
Oh, I think you dropped this.
One gadget I almost put, and it's been a while since I've seen it, but doesn't he have like a suitcase that carries a helicopter?
Yeah,
and then he pulls all the
it
stuff
from
out.
and
Russia?
you only live twice. He
Oh.
builds a helicopter out
Yeah,
of a suitcase.
It's awesome. So
Okay.
that would be up there.
But it
for me.
doesn't. It doesn't count. It's not like the suitcase isn't a part of the helicopter. It just holds
It's a
the
gadget.
It just
You can't
holds the helicopter.
Yeah, you can't just go buy.
And then he's got to build it. It's more like that's like calling like a box of Legos a gadget. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's
I
just a
disagree with
box
this.
containing the Legos that you have to build the thing.
We're moving on. All right. So next, our favorite James Bond girl, Honto. We'll start off with you.
This might be a little controversial.
Ooh.
That's
what we want. That's what we want.
I do have like in case this one doesn't work,
Okay.
but you could argue that Dame Judi Dench from
Oh,
Skyfall
yes.
is technically a Bond girl.
That's a good one.
because she's a pivotal moment, a pivotal part of the last like entire sequence.
Okay. I agree.
Okay, so here's my question really quick before
You
is
could
that
even say-
yours?
You could even say Moneypenny.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah,
Yeah.
We've brought this up. What makes a Bond girl a Bond girl?
I feel like she's got to be a part of the like along for the ride, like for a majority of the movie. And
I just
think
say she's
Because here's the thing, like
along for the ride. if you get-
oh, for the short majority of the movie, short ride. Do they have to just exist in the Bond movies to be a Bond girl? Because like they used to
'Cause
advertise
they have like the tertiary like Rosie, like is she considered a Bond girl from Live and Let Die?
I guess it just
Yes.
depends on your opinion. See, it's all
I mean,
opinion
she's
based.
tagging along with them for a good
yeah,
portion.
like-
but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
There are no parameters. Usually, I think it's any girl that's in a Bond movie is a Bond girl.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think Moneypenny is a Bond girl. She might be the Bond girl.
I would say probably I think she's played by Naomi Harris in the Daniel Craig,
Yeah,
but she would definitely be like a Bond girl in like Skyfall and Spectre.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, because she's not
Agreed.
like just behind a desk the entire time. She's,
So
like-
okay, well, here's my question: they have to be in on the action.
I think so.
So it can't be any of the girls that he sleeps with, where it's like, say in the beginning of Spy Who Loved Me, he
Yeah.
sleeps with that girl in the cabin,
Yeah,
and then she's like, where are you going? And he's like, England's calling or
Yeah.
whatever, and he goes out on his skis.
London's calling.
Yeah. and he goes out on his skis, right?
Yeah.
Is the girl that he just slept
Maybe it was
with, is she a Bond girl?
Maybe there's a previous story that
Even
took
though
place.
that's it? But that's her story. Her story is literally that
I would say
scene.
she's excluded. If we have to play like a guess who of like who's a Bond girl, like
See, and
you know.
I have to argue against this because it's like there's a lot of Bond girls that are just like they're just there,
yeah,
unfortunately, to be slept with,
like the
and
zipper
they're
girl
considered
from
Bond girls.
like the zipper girl from Live and Let Die in the beginning.
Yes, Madeline Smith.
Yeah.
But like, is she a Bond girl?
I don't think we really need it. I think if they're in the movie, they're a Bond girl.
I feel like
That's what my parameters are.
I feel like they also have to have like more than 2 minutes of screen, like 5 minutes of screen time.
Sure, and I think
2 to 5 minutes of screen time.
Okay, I know it's a really weird
Yeah.
question because
Because
there's
then you could literally just say like, oh, that person he just passed by, that's a Bond girl. She's in Bond.
that's what I mean. Like I've seen in like articles, interviews over the years of being a Bond fan, they'll talk about like a certain girl's a Bond girl. Like remember Maxim magazine and Stuff magazine?
yeah.
They'll have a girl in there back in the day that did a photo shoot and like she's a Bond girl. She's like, if you catch her in the scene in the casino, and Tomorrow
I
Never
see.
Dies.
So you're going based off of the algorithm.
they
of
call
like
her a Bond
Maxim
girl.
magazine and Stuff.
Yes, but they call her a Bond
Okay.
girl, even
Okay.
though she has no speaking parts. She's she's like a stand-in, not a stand-in. She's an
Yeah.
extra,
Yeah.
but she's considered a Bond girl because she's in a Bond movie and she's a female.
Chris, what do you think? Less than 2 minutes or more than 2 minutes?
I think as long as you're in the movie, you're a Bond boy or a Bond girl.
I
But
think
you have to. Have,
I
also, you have,
that-
you
I
also
agree
have
with
to
that.
have a character name.
Oh,
Okay, I'll give you
Yeah.
David name.
If
Yes.
it's just like
Yeah.
brunette, you're not a Bond girl.
I'll agree. I'll go
yeah,
with you on
brunette
that.
number
Yeah.
4.
Yeah,
like
You
I
have to
got
actually have like a name and like a meaning in the mission. I feel like.
Okay, all right. So yours was M.
Yeah.
Okay,
So okay, all right, M. Matt, what about you? What is your quintessential Bond girl?
okay. My number one. I'll say my number one, but I do have honorable mentions.
Well, you do honorable mentions first.
Oh, you want me to do honorable mentions
Yeah.
first?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's building.
honorable mentions first. Paris Carver from Tomorrow Never Dies. Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. Okay.
I really liked her.
Really?
She's only in it for a little bit,
Yeah.
like a little bit. She's
Yeah.
only in it for a minute, but she really plays her character very well.
Okay.
And you really feel bad when she's not in the movie anymore.
Yeah.
She's got like a Bond history, and you kind of like she was a good Bond girl, and it's kind of a bummer that
I
she's
can't
not in
remember
majority
who
of
the
movie.
character. I mean, I remember Terry Hatcher being
She's what's
Jonathan
his,
Price's like.
yeah, Jonathan Pryce's wife,
Oh, okay.
and she had past history with Bond.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
Yeah,
That detail.
she's a good Bond girl, but yeah, she's like
Yeah.
short lived.
I think, yeah, going. I mean, just to extend, but yeah, she was like in Lois and Clark, so I was bummed when she got.
That's how I used to
Yeah.
feel. Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Melina from
License to Kill.
For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, I was thinking of the Mortal
Oh,
Kombat character,
yes.
Melina.
Yeah, you were thinking of
But
the
it's
Mortal
not
Kombat.
Melina, it's Katana.
But you're close. Oh, never mind. Her sister is Melina, right?
That is the same actress.
Yeah,
Her sister in
Talisa Soto.
Annihilation is Melina.
Yeah, that's accurate.
But that's where
Yeah.
you're getting it. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, Melina from For Your Eyes Only. She's got a vendetta. She's got to kill the main villain because that
Okay.
villain killed her parents.
Oh,
So she's kind of got like she's like one of the few Bond girls that's early on
yeah.
that has like
That's like Olga Kurylenko from
Yes.
Quantum of Solace.
Yes.
She's got a vendetta against like the general, so she tags along with Daniel Craig.
because I like the Bond girls that have like a goal
Oh
in
yeah,
mind.
and they actually like participate in the fighting.
Yeah.
not just like a
spoiler alert. That's my second pick. I think she's such a strong character.
Which
Wait,
one?
that's your number one for
That's
girls?
my two. That's my two.
Oh, for girls. Okay.
For you guys only. Yeah, she is awesome. She's a very strong character. She's not dependent on Bond. Like she's not like a weak character.
Yeah,
at
she
all.
kicks ass.
She's awesome. Yes.
And she's like, and I think that movie is 81.
Is
Yeah.
that
when
one of the
roughly.
last ones?
Yeah, it's 81. It's Roger Moore.
Yeah.
But it's like she comes early enough where it's like right after what Moonraker. Yeah, Moonraker's right before that.
Yeah.
She comes after like a series of girls that are just kind of there for the ride.
Right.
But
right,
she's
right.
got a goal in mind. Like she's
See,
like
I
she
think
doesn't
that's
have time to
I
fool
think
around with
that's
Bond.
Like, that's a true Bond. girl.
Yeah, so she kicks ass. But my number one, because I'm such a because I'm so in love with Emma Peel, it's got to be Tracy Bond
Okay.
from Honor Majesty's Secret
Yeah.
Service.
Yeah.
It's awesome casting because she's like hot off the set of the Avengers,
And it's
and
literally
it's like if anybody's gonna be Bond's wife at that time,
right.
it's gonna be it's going to be Emma Peel.
And it's like one of the most devastating like things that happens to a Bond like girl, primary Bond girl.
I think it's like, yeah, you really do kind of fall in love with her.
Yeah.
Like with Diana Rigg's character.
I don't know if you fall in love with her is more as you fall in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like falling in love with each other, you're like into this moment with them.
Because it's almost like Bond's like, I mean, he's settling down, so he's no longer
and you're
finding
happy
the next
for
Bond
him
girl.
without like spoiling the movie. Like, yeah, and then all the things that happen
1
throughout
month,
the
you know,
movie.
so it doesn't matter. Just spoil it.
Oh yeah, that's Honto's thing. As long as it's
Yeah.
over a month old. But yeah, you like fall in love with these characters because
Yeah.
they've fallen in love, and you
Mhm.
enjoyed that time with them.
Yeah.
But I think what I like about her so much too is it's like she's like the perfect Bond girl, because not only because it's his wife,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but
just,
because she literally exists to like for him to fall in love with for a minute and then for her to die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it's kind of the sad story of all the Bond girls.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Where it's like there's a lingering hope, you know, and then it's all
Yeah.
taken away.
But there's an actual love story there. It's not
Yes.
like he's just like he's just trying
It's
to
what
like,
they attempted to
one
do
and
with
done
the,
him, and then he can't get rid of him for the
it's-
rest of the
It's
movie.
what they attempted to do with the Leah Sadu and Madeline character.
yeah.
And what?
Daniel Craig's like his like love interest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's what they tried doing, but it didn't really work because
Mhm.
she's not really. And I apologize, she's not really interesting.
Yeah.
Like as a character.
Okay.
Other
Yeah,
than that she's. But yeah, it was
I
just
think
like,
it's they don't make her interesting enough.
yeah, they
Um,
spent only one. If they had her from the beginning of the Daniel Craig run of movies, it would
Yeah.
have been better. But they only had her in one other movie, which is Spectre, and it wasn't really memorable.
because I like Olga Kurylenko.
Yeah, she was good. She was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Is it
movies not-
Kuryenko or
Kurlenko? Is
Yeah,
how
I think it's Kurlenko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curly Yanko.
It's like it's got a Y in there, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think there. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm butchering it, but
I-
I think
Sorry, Olga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she was an awesome character, but I don't think they wrote her like with enough to do.
No, that
No.
movie was kind of just a one and done. Like no, it wasn't like really a continuation, so
Yeah.
didn't really give her some breathing room.
All right. So M, Tracy Bond. Chris, what's your?
Well, did you
your-
have M from a specific movie? Did you say from
Skyfall.
Skyfall? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
making sure. On Her Majesty's Secret Service is
Yeah.
Matt's pick. And then looking at my list, so I would say The Woman from For Your Eyes Only is my fourth. Okay. And then I would put Pam Bover from License to Kill, the
Okay.
short-haired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the one that has the shotgun under that bar
Dude.
table.
Dude, she's awesome.
Yeah,
She is cool in
she-
that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, strong female.
Exactly.
Like I think I like the strong females that can actually,
Hold her in.
oh,
hold
yeah,
her own, yeah.
absolutely.
And then for two, I put Xenia on the top.
Okay,
Just because she's such like a rich character. I mean, she's insane, but it's a very well developed character. And every time she's on screen,
yeah. Oh,
you were
she's-
like, "What is she doing?"
Yeah.
Like, I think she does. I can't think of her the actress.
it's Famke Jensen.
Famke Janssen. She's awesome as that role.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen her in anything since that.
Yeah.
That is like she's a good actress, but she owned that role.
And to continue our conversation from GoldenEye, I looked up that character from Living Daylights who apparently has kills with her thighs because they actually do show an image.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, they show an image.
It's not her.
Oh, yeah. Obvious.
yeah.
I didn't realize they showed an
Yeah.
image. I just thought they just talked about
It's
her.
just like a assassin or whatever. So
Okay.
I went did some further research.
Oh,
after
that's a
that, so-
bummer, man.
But my number one, surprisingly, after really looking at this, is Paloma from No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Played by.
Damn it! I don't
Yeah.
know why I blanked on that one.
Yeah. I just for some reason
son of a bitch.
I think for some reason like the movie wasn't really like as hard hitting for me. So I kind of and we just talked about it. So it was just like
Yeah.
I blanked on it. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was odd. Like I
Yeah.
sat there and I looked through all of them, and I was like, man, for a movie that I thought was okay, like that is my favorite. So
Yeah?
and she is awesome. We've already discussed this on the
Yeah.
episode. She's great. She is a strong character, and I've never seen such a character come in for 5 minutes and be
Oh,
like,
and yeah,
deuces, and be
like-
like that was great.
I don't think I've
Yes.
seen a Bond girl literally steal the screen from Bond. Like
Yeah.
I was.
ever.
I will say that like, and I think I brought this up. I was very on the defense of like, don't make Bond a woman.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, no, you can't make Bond a woman. It's Bond's a guy. He's a
Yeah.
man. After seeing Paloma, after seeing Anna de Armas in it, I was like, I'm totally fine with being like a female Bond.
Yeah.
If she was the female Bond, I'm fine
But
with
also
that.
just
She kicked
just
ass.
do the CIA
It changed.
version
My,
of
it definitely changed my mind.
do a CIA version of the Bond, like whatever, like a spin-off of some sort when they're interacting with 00 agents
Yeah.
from MI5
Yeah.
or MI6 or whatever.
Yeah.
you know?
She absolutely would have been on my list. The list that I looked up online was I just typed in a list
Oh,
of
they
like,
didn't even include
Yeah,
Daniel Craig, like
It would-
barely Daniel Craig.
mine was because I just looked up like I was like Bond girls, like
Yeah.
a list of Bond girls, and it had like 60 of them on there, right? And it only went up to like Skyfall.
Yeah.
And then I had in my head like, oh, I remember all the Craig ones.
Yeah,
I
think that's exactly what happened. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Paloma would have been like very close,
Up there, I imagine.
if
I'm
not
surprised
number
you
one.
didn't
Good
pick
number
that,
one,
so.
man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Damn.
Yeah.
So after that, we will do our favorite Bond villain. Hanto, tell us your favorite Bond villain.
I mean, I feel like in one aspect I'd probably go with Trevelyan because of
From who?
Alec Trevelyan, 006,
Oh, okay.
because it's like top tier
Yeah.
Bond. I'd probably go with Blofeld, specifically the Telly Savalas from On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Okay.
Interesting, okay.
Why that one specifically?
He's the one that did the most damage to Bond.
yeah. Okay.
Well, I guess I'll take it back. The person who did the most damage to Bond was Le Chiffre from Casino Royale when he was hitting Bond's balls.
I would say
Yeah.
actually I would say the most damage done to Bond was at the beginning of Die Another Day.
Oh,
When
the
he's,
scorpions and stuff.
Yeah, and he's in the water.
Yeah.
And like the song, the Madonna song. Sing
Okay.
it.
Well, careful. We might get hit
Hey,
on copyright.
I don't remember it, man. I only saw it 3 times in theaters.
Did you really?
Accidentally.
Accidentally
not
on
know
purpose.
that.
I was a kid. I had to go along for the ride. I couldn't like not drive
Wow.
myself, or
No.
stay at home.
Speaking of Le Chiffre, how did Bond end up fathering children later on in
Maybe.
the franchise? Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Questionable.
I think he. I want to spoil it so bad.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But Blofeld, Majesty's Secret Service.
Okay, good.
I think it's a good version of Blofeld, just because he lays the kill shot. Pretty good movie, underrated too.
Honestly, out of all the Blofelds, I don't think they've ever had a bad actor play Blofeld.
Maybe the guy from Diamonds Are Forever.
Really?
Oh, really?
I like
yeah,
him. I
was-
like him a lot.
He was all right.
And then Donald Pleasance does a good job.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey Bond, get your ass away from there.
and then Telly Savalas does a good
Yeah.
job.
And then who else? Somebody else play.
For Your Eyes Only.
Kind of. He's just a bald. He's just a head. He's just a bald head in a.
They do they literally like the Dr. Evil. Like,
yeah, and he's in a wheelchair too, right?
Yeah.
That's what was so
Yeah.
confusing because
They dropped him down that
The chimney?
vat, and he's like, Mr. Bond!
And technically, like,
And
I don't
Madonna kicks on. It's like,
the scorpions. And I don't know.
but like technically that's like it's Blofeld, but did they ever call him Blofeld?
no, but you don't.
I think
need
it's
to know
just
his
he's
name.
dressed the same. He's got I think he has the cat with him.
Yeah.
Does he drop
yeah.
the cat into that
Yeah.
van?
And then
Yeah, 'cause-
Christoph Waltz also is Blofeld,
Yeah.
It's fine.
which I think he could like he did. He's always a great actor. He
No,
does
he's
a
a
great
fantastic
job.
actor. They just they botched it.
They botched him pretty bad.
Yeah. So, yeah. Telly Savalas.
Okay.
Matt?
I've got some honorable mentions. I'll do the countdown. Kananga. We just did him on Live and Let Die. We talked about him on Live and Let Die. He's awesome.
He's just cool.
He literally chews the scenery every time he's on the screen.
Yeah.
He's just a great foe for Bond.
Yeah.
Another one, Elliot Carver from Tomorrow Never Dies,
Okay. Yeah, you really love.
I was going to say, you brought up Elliot Carver quite a few times.
because I think his plot's awesome. He's
Yeah.
one of the few Bond plots where I'm like, okay, that's actually legit. That's a good plot right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
said that in the theater. I remember you're like,
oh, that's good. I was
Yeah,
8 and I was like, oh, that's really good.
I don't know why you sound like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Oh,
Tomorrow never dies. But like his plot's awesome.
I need to revisit this movie.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen it once in theaters.
Okay, because the whole plot is that he's trying to make the news for tomorrow
Yeah.
by making the news. So he sets up like things to happen to transpire,
Okay.
either like government wise or crime wise,
Oh.
so he can be the first person to tell the news.
Cool.
Yeah,
Which
because his tagline is like tomorrow's news today. No. Or today's news tomorrow. I don't know. What is it?
yeah, something like
Give it
that.
up.
But I gotta go.
Let someone else talk.
The audience can't hear me, but give it up.
But number one, Art Goldfinger.
Yeah, I had him up there.
Yeah, Goldfinger's
Yeah.
got to be my number one because it's like he's probably because I'm going off plots here.
Yeah.
He's got the best plot of any
And
villain.
he's got the coolest like lines where it's like, no,
You
I
expect
you
him to talk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I expect
Yeah.
you to die, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, but his whole idea is that he's gonna melt the gold in Fort Knox, so
Yes.
his gold becomes
Yeah.
the most valuable gold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
good.
That everything you're doing.
Yeah, it's a
It's not too convoluted. I
then-
feel like it can be done today and still make a lot of sense.
And then he has a hilarious alien resurrection death at the end of the movie.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
he's
about that.
sucked right out of that tiny little window.
Alien Resurrection. Actually, I was thinking Jason X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that also works.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you got?
I would go with Alec was up there.
Yeah.
I ended up going with Dr. Kananga because
Okay.
Oh, really?
yeah, after
Okay.
going through them all, like I looked at every villain, I was like, yeah, I like him, and Kananga just stands out for me.
He just
I
has
mean-
some cool lines in that movie.
Yeah, and just the actor himself,
Yeah, Yaphet Kotto rules.
he just does a great job. So there was really no contest for it. It's Dr. Kananga.
Cool.
So did you put that on your list?
Yeah, it was like an honorable mention. Is Kananga.
Okay, did you have any honorable mentions, Hanto?
On villains?
I had a whole list, and I was told we were
What's
doing.
your honorable mention for?
I was told we were
villains?
only doing one per category. So
Hey, if you got something you can say, go ahead.
what do you want to do? Who do you want to hear? Gadgets? You want to hear Bond Girl? I got everything.
Hanto did a top 20 for every.
I got
category.
everything.
No,
Top Bond satire.
Oh, Casino Royale.
Yeah.
that's
right?
the
It
only
could-
one.
Austin
Austin
Powers.
Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Top Secret.
what's
That sounds pretty.
that's
good.
what we should have done for this podcast.
Oh, for
Yeah.
the Bond theme month.
For our
yeah.
Bond theme
Yeah.
month. No, if you I didn't know if you had any honorable mentions, but we'll go ahead and move on if you don't.
Let's do Franz Sanchez, played by Robert Davi from
In-
License to Kill.
Yeah.
He does some damage.
That's
yes,
a
he
brutal
does.
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
It is a serious Bond movie.
Okay,
He's
can you
like-
remind me.
he
Is
is-
that the one we did for the podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the first one that we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He is
Um,
a villain that you don't want to mess with.
Oh yeah, you do not want to step on the toes of the cartel.
Yeah.
They are serious people.
Yeah, he is quite the foe. in
I think that movie is pretty legit. I can't remember what we gave it or what we definitely didn't do grades back then, so I don't
Well, that
remember.
was back during the days when we hated everything.
Yeah.
And we were destroying everything.
Yeah.
and trying
Yeah.
to be like, we're
I
better
don't-
than these movies.
I honestly
honestly
think that
don't think
movie's
we-
legit.
we don't
for
butcher
the
it.
sole fact that Q is basically a buddy in that movie, almost like for a good portion of it too.
Is yeah.
Q's like
Yeah.
participating in the action
Yeah.
towards the end of that movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be an honorable
That's a
mention.
good one. We should have brought that up.
And
That's-
then yeah,
Okay.
everyone else is pretty much just like your standard. I feel like
Sure.
yeah.
All right, so at this point, let's go ahead and move on to our favorite James Bond theme song. My favorite category. Hanto, let's start off with you.
I think this is gonna be controversial. I think this is gonna be very controversial.
Okay.
And it's for some reason it's the one I always go to on
Mhm.
Spotify, but it's the Man with the Golden Gun.
Really?
Yeah, I always turn that song on.
Really?
Yeah. What?
It's awful.
It's good. I love it.
I think
Okay,
it's a
here's
baller
what I was
song.
gonna say
Yeah.
about Bond songs.
I like the
There's
intro, like,
certain titles.
Dun, dun,
There's
dun,
certain
dun.
titles that they're like, we're not
Dun,
gonna
dun,
we're not
dun,
gonna make a
dun.
song out of this because the title's too goofy. So for instance, like Octopussy does not have a title because Octopussy's a goofy title.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't have a theme for it.
Yeah,
'cause It's a
yeah.
goofy title. It's All Time High.
Okay.
That's the theme
Okay.
for Octopussy. Because they're not gonna say Octopussy.
But same with like
There's
Honor Majesty's Secret Service is the same way I think
Yeah.
because it's just called
Yes,
All
they-
the Time in the World.
that's the song that plays in it. But,
Yeah.
and Man with the Golden Gun's one of those goofy ass titles.
I just think it's
where
so.
somehow they're like they went against the rule and they're
It's-
like, you know what, make a song for it.
It's funny because they just literally just explain who this guy is,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. It's just the Man with the Golden Gun, but I just love the lyrics are cool. I like
Yeah,
them.
I think it's a cool song. I think
Yeah.
it's fun. So
Yeah.
not
I
controversial.
mean, if I wanted to pick my real one, it would be We Have All the Time in the World.
Wait, if you want to pick your real one?
Yeah, if I want to pick my real one.
No, what's your real one?
We Have All the Time in the World.
So why are you saying at the Golden Gun? I'm so confused.
I like it's seriously the one I go to the most.
Oh,
but
okay,
if you wanted
yeah.
me to pick a not goofy one,
no,
that's
this
stupid
is-
no,
one.
it's your pick.
is your
dude.
pick.
It's your
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah, I think it's a
Man
fun
with the-
song.
Man with the Golden
Yeah,
Gun.
it jams.
It's your funeral song.
No, it's my
Yeah,
oh,
when
dude,
they're
buy
lowering
that.
your
I love it.
casket,
Yeah,
and you're like, we're gonna play Man with the Golden Gun. Like,
That's actually really cool.
I'm down.
yeah.
Yeah,
You just gave him a gift.
yeah.
Oh,
And then they place a third nipple on the casket.
yeah.
And it slides off.
I just put it right on your forehead.
It's what he would have wanted. Matt, what is your favorite Bond theme song?
On Her Majesty's Secret Service, just by John Barry.
yeah,
It's just score,
yeah.
no words. It's really awesome, like 60s driven, like
yeah.
punchy music.
Like orchestral. You know?
yeah,
It's very ahead of its time.
yeah.
I think it sounds super like 15 years earlier than it should have been.
It's like when you think of like 60s espionage, I feel like that would be the song you would hear.
Yeah.
It's up there with like a Mission Impossible type.
Yeah.
sound.
I mean, don't be wrong. Like, Live and Let Die is an awesome song.
Yeah, they're cool.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
You Know My Name's an awesome song, but I don't know. There's something really cool about that. You Only Live Twice.
There's a
I'm sorry,
few-
On Her Majesty's Secret
Yeah.
Service song. Just because it's like it has that drive.
There's
of
a
the
few
French-
there's a few musical cues where you're like, oh, that's James Bond. You don't even need to see like what's playing on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just like, that's James Bond.
And they brought it back in the new movie.
Did
right?
they?
I think
Yeah.
All the time in
Yeah.
the world they play. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Yeah, I think they also play the.
I don't think they play that theme song.
I thought they play it for a second.
Apparently, you forgot about this movie in general. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they do. They
Yeah.
do play it in the new movie for a quick second.
Do they?
I think it's the scene when they're by the river and he's talking to Ralph Fiennes,
Okay.
and they play it like
Okay.
just subtly.
It's like when he's just
I'm
walking.
just- I
he's
only
just
saw the movie
walking.
once.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's just a really cool song.
Yeah.
Kind of wanted to go against like
Yeah, of like
Uh,
singing.
yes,
You
and
know.
it's the only one in there that's a theme.
Cool.
Chris.
My two honorable mentions in spots 3 and 2.
Are we just doing honorable mentions? Because I can roll.
I know
with-
you wrote down every movie.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, do
Um,
honorable mentions from here on out.
Okay.
I would say the Bond with the best theme songs is Timothy Dalton. So in spots 2 and 3 are License to Kill and Living Daylights. I think
Yeah.
both those
I
songs.
really
That
like the
Gladys
li-
Knight song
It's
is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
I think
Dude.
both those songs are bangers. I think they're both
that's
awesome,
it.
awesome
She's
songs.
a singer, man. Like
Yeah.
like
She
just the way
built
she
it.
built out that song. It's
License
like,
to
whew.
Kill.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be like, what does James Bond sound like aside from the actual theme song, License to Kill sounds so James Bond. It's insane to me. And yeah. It sounds like a James Bond song.
There is that. Sorry to cut you off, but
Yeah.
there is that like it sounds like a Bond song. A lot of like songs will be made now and they
Yes.
have like that guitar riff that sounds like a Bond song.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them we talked about recently with like White Stripes.
Mm.
You brought this up, so you kind of tell this little factoid.
Just as far as like Jack White wrote Seven Nation Army for a Bond song, said, hey, I'm never going to actually make a Bond song for a movie. No one's going to ask me to do that. So then he released it on, I can't remember the name of the album, but released it. And then years later, of course, they asked him to do a Bond song.
But it sounds like a Bond song.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my number one is Louis Armstrong's "We Have All the Time in the World." It is a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
Yes.
It is,
It's truly probably my number one.
it's okay, man. They're going
No, I love.
No,
Yeah.
whatever.
Get out of here, Mr. Honorable Mentions.
Yeah.
Get out of here, nipple boy. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. It is
I
such
think,
an
like,
awesome song.
For some reason, like because I just watched On Her Majesty's Secret Service for the first time maybe 3 years ago,
Okay.
and I don't think I ever knew that Louis Armstrong did a theme song
Yeah,
for a Bond movie. And when I heard it for the first time, I was like, "This is awesome!
yeah,
Yeah.
This is incredible."
It is weird. I don't know what the story is behind that. Like why that song wasn't used as the
As
theme.
the main, yeah.
Yeah, and then why there was like the first time ever they actually had a theme as the theme song.
Yeah.
And little known fact that Michael McDonald actually helped, I think, like write or mix the song for that movie,
Oh, really?
That's
yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see it now
which
that
is
you
awesome
say
because
that.
you think of like what a fool believes, or Doobie Brothers, where you're like that guy.
Dude, I just hear him singing it in my head right now, and
There's
it's
no
like
mountain high. There's no mountain.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there.
If you want over the credits this episode, I'll sing Louis Armstrong's "We Have All the Time in the World"
in the
as
queue,
credits
in the
roll.
queue of, or the key of.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
key
yeah.
of. All right, so at this point, let's do our favorite James Bond actor. Hanto, who is your favorite James
Ooh,
Bond
really
actor?
quick before you answer, I have a feeling we're all gonna have the same answer on this. Go ahead.
Sean Connery.
No.
Okay.
Oh, Matt, what's yours?
No, never mind.
No, go
Why
ahead. You want to play this
No,
game?
hold on. Why Sean Connery?
I feel like I'll get crucified if I don't say Sean Connery.
Okay.
But I feel like when I think Bond, it's just the first person that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Fun.
And he's just got like the every like character trait that he brings to the screen. It's just like that's what I think of Bond, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
What were you say?
Matt, what were you thinking?
Timothy Dalton.
He's really good.
Yeah. I really
Oh,
thought
I like him.
I thought we were gonna do
Oh.
the black sheep of
Yeah, no, he
the
absolutely
Bonds.
is. Because I've only seen Living Daylights a couple of times, but License to Kill is legitimately like a really badass movie.
Yeah.
And I think Living Daylights actually has some really cool moments too.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think he kicks the most ass. Actually, no, I'll take that back. He doesn't kick the most ass. I would say Daniel Craig
Yeah, he does
kicks the
definitely
most
kick a lot.
ass.
Yeah.
Most
Okay.
ass. The best
Say
ass.
bass.
The best. It was a combination word, best and ass, bass.
Fast.
Bassmasters. It's a fishing show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like Timothy Dalton, I like him the most because he's the closest to Bond in the books.
Okay. I never read the
Um,
books. I don't have like that.
Yeah, and he's got like the violent streak, which I really like.
Okay.
I feel like he's legit a secret agent.
Yeah.
There's something like-
it's almost like he has like the more realistic side of a secret agent.
Yeah.
You know, not like the goofy like hiya, which is like Roger Moore, like judo chopping, or like Sean
Yeah.
Connery, which is like your typical 60s just, you know, gentleman, I guess.
He's more like theater actor too. I
Yeah.
feel like that he's got a lot of he puts a lot of feeling through Bond
Yeah.
that the other ones don't. Like Sean Connery, like I'm not knocking on Sean Connery.
yeah.
I love Sean
Yeah.
Connery. And it's stupid because Sean Connery is
He's the
James
one,
Bond.
yeah, you think of.
But like he's also like Sean Connery literally has no like tender moments through any of his movies
Nah.
or movies where he feels any sympathy. He's just kind of like
on screen.
yeah, he's a one-liner guy,
Yeah.
and he like doesn't really give a shit about anybody.
He's like the Burt Reynolds, like just like, yeah, here we go. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
I want to
You
say Burt Reynolds was originally going to be Bond after Sean Connery
know? Really?
because I think
Were they gonna make him American?
we
or-
talked about this with Live and Let Die where they were trying to bounce around
Yeah.
actors. I think Burt Reynolds was
Okay.
one of the possible
For
castings.
some reason, when I think T-Dalt, I think of like a Tom Clancy, like Jack Ryan.
yeah, that's
like kind of like a
good-
more realistic,
That's cool.
you know,
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
espionage.
yeah
So I think like that's pretty cool. I think he's pretty awesome.
yeah Chris
Matt, you were way off. Because I'm going
George
with,
Lazenby?
George Lazenby.
so I'm going with Roger Moore.
really
Yeah.
It's the one I grew up on was
Same.
Dude.
Roger Moore.
Please enlighten us. Why Roger Moore?
is the perfect balance of Sean Connery meets Timothy Dalton because he's got like the suave of Sean Connery and he's got the brutalness of.
Does he have brutalness?
I think so.
Does he?
I think so.
Can you provide some examples?
I think so. Actually, okay, I'll take out T-Dalt.
Can you
Take
cite your
T-Dalt.
sources?
So you leave Sean Connery in this cup. Get rid of T-Dalt. That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll bring in Pierce, like the charm and goofiness of Pierce.
Yeah.
So okay, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So I would say
'Cause I would
say if you take
Snow.
you take Snow,
Yeah.
a little bit of Sean Connery, you got Roger Moore.
You got
Yeah.
Spy Who Loved Me, the introduction.
Rainbows. You take rainbows in there.
No, but I think he's got the perfect balance of being charming and witting, and then he's also really cool Bond.
Yeah.
I would
think-
say what you were saying about Pierce Brosnan. I think Pierce Brosnan's a good mix between Sean Connery and Roger Moore. Or
So-
no, sorry, Timothy Dalton and Roger Moore.
Yes, I will agree with that
Because he can be
yeah.
goofy, but then he'll be like kind of sentimental and vicious.
Yeah, but that's why I like, and I think I really like Roger Moore's movies because they're more lighthearted and they're more fun. But
Really?
I really like a lot of. I don't know, and like Hanto said, I grew up with Roger Moore, so that's who my James Bond is Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Because Live and Let Die is the movie that got me into these.
I
so.
feel like with this question too, there is no wrong answer.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
It's just-
and you
it-
can't
it-
really
it really-
argue.
It really depends on when you started watching the movie, like what era you started
Yeah.
watching the movie. Like
yeah.
I would have probably said Roger Moore because like a majority of the marathons they did on like TNT back in the day, it was a majority of the Roger Moore
I
movies.
mean, we should get paid by TNT at this point.
Yeah,
We
that
talk
USA,
more, dude. We talk more about TNT and USA on this.
TBS, TNT, and USA. We should,
Like,
yeah,
we should start
sponsor
doing, like,
us.
Yes.
We'll do messages or something.
that's good. Yeah. Oh, he's crying.
But like, I feel like there's no wrong answer. Like, has there ever been a bad Bond?
I was just gonna say the same thing. I like.
Is there
all the
anyone
Bonds.
that you could be
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
he's
don't
awful?
think anybody's been
Like,
bad.
no.
It's just the way they portray. Like the Daniel Craig should have been better.
Yeah, because I like George Lazenby.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah.
he's great.
I think he does a great
Yeah.
job as Bond. He only does one movie, but he does
Yeah.
a great job. Yeah, I don't think there's a bad answer here.
I totally agree. I like all the Bonds.
Yeah.
And whether who's at first with whether Sean Connery places third, I've watched all Sean Connery's movies a million times. So
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finish up with our favorite James Bond movie, Now, I feel like Matt tried to say something earlier when he tried to get us all to the gang together and be one. I think at least two of us are going to have the same movie. So,
Okay.
Honto,
Yeah.
Are we doing? We should probably do honorable.
Yeah, let's do
mentions.
honorable mentions. Yeah.
But is honorable mentions just like your 2 and 3?
Yes.
Okay.
sure, go for it.
Casino Royale for 3.
Okay.
The Woody Allen one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything about this one. No, it's a great first entry for a Bond movie that really like just shows who this guy is,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's like his first, basically his first mission, right?
Mhm.
Because the introduction is actually his first 2 kills
Yeah.
to get the 00 status.
He was just
Yeah.
he was an intern.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
uh, yeah.
Like, hey, go kill this guy.
Unpaid intern.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole opening with the parkour, like, that's like crazy.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
That's crazy.
It holds up so well.
Yeah, it's like incredible. So he'd definitely be probably Casino Royale would probably be my number 3. I would probably say Goldfinger is a 2, number 2. Just because it's legitimately awesome.
Yeah.
I know
Great.
number 1.
Oh, of course. Goldfinger has like a great female Bond girl. It has a great henchman,
Mhm.
iconic, everything about it. Great villain, great cast, everything. So it'd be 2. Number 1, we did an episode on it. Goldeneye is my number 1.
Okay.
That's just the one that I watched in theaters. Even though I had previously seen Bond a bunch on marathons, but it was the first one I saw in theaters, and it was just like from beginning to end was incredible in theaters. And then when we revisit for the podcast, it's like nothing changed. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Okay.
So
No. All right. Matt, what do you got?
Number 3, Die Another Day. Number 2,
Wait, are you being serious?
Quantum Solace.
Man, Matt thought of this joke.
Number
earlier.
1, Never Say Never.
that's
There you
not, that's not even a Bond movie.
Kind of.
It counts. I think it counts.
Not really. I would say honorable mentions, and this isn't my 2 or 3, but Goldeneye's up there for sure.
You're number 3.
Yeah, you have to pick 3. I did 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta
doing
do
the same.
3, 2, 1.
So Goldeneye's your 3rd.
Yeah, because here's the thing. It used to be Diamonds Are Forever was in there.
Oh yeah,
and then
when
we
were
watched it
yeah.
for the episode, and I was like, actually, this isn't that good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is like, it's not bad. It's
It's
just,
just
like,
not what you remember.
yeah, it's like over the top goofy. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the first comedy Bond movie.
Yes. Yeah.
GoldenEye would be there for sure.
3 or
Casino Royale, and I'm just gonna have number 1, License to Kill.
Oh wow, that's unexpected.
Right?
Yeah, because for some reason I just didn't even think that as a
Oh, really? That's what I thought your number 1 was gonna be.
Oh no, for some reason I didn't just I guess reflect on the podcast. I felt like it wasn't not like a entry that we would go back to.
Oh, yeah, but we were also
Yeah.
hype. Did you listen to it recently?
No, I mean
I haven't listened to it like
I
until
have like in
since
the last
first
year. Yeah.
first year that we did it. But
I don't
yeah,
have
we were
3
also hypercritical.
I also don't have 4 hours to spend
Yeah.
listen to an episode. So
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a long one. Yeah, License to Kill, man. It's got all the best parts that are in the books.
yeah,
because it's kind of made up on it's like its first like standalone Bond movie. That's not based off of a book, but a huge chunk of it's based off of Live and Let Die.
yes, yeah,
So it's got like really awesome scenes in it, really memorable scenes. It's got a lot of passion, a lot of melodrama, a lot of like punch, awesome theme song, great girls, cool gadgets, an excellent scary villain,
yeah.
and the best Bond in it. So it's like it's all around like just a solid movie.
Okay.
And if it's like if you got rid of all the Bond movies and that one just existed, I'd probably be fine with that. I'd be like, okay, this is
So
a
if,
really
like,
cool.
If that movie just flopped and they just didn't make any more movies from there on out, that would be
Yeah.
like your
That would be it. Like I can honestly, because it's the one right before GoldenEye.
yeah.
It'd be so weird being like that gap between License to Kill and GoldenEye, and being like, yeah, the Bond movies are done. License to Kill was the peak, man.
Yeah.
They're never gonna get as good as that. And then GoldenEye comes out, and it's like, oh, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, License to Kill, number 1.
Okay. My number 3 would be Live and Let Die because it was the reason I got into Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like you only live twice for the first 2 I saw. 2 Casino Royale,
Mhm.
and then 1 GoldenEye because GoldenEye is awesome.
It rolls.
GoldenEye holds up so well,
Yes.
Yeah.
and I could watch it tomorrow and I would pay attention
And
to
you
it.
would never die.
Yep.
Another day.
After tomorrow.
Oh, damn it.
Never dies.
Yeah, damn it. Another day.
No, it's too late. No,
Now
no.
I'm just thinking.
I know, right? All right. Yeah, GoldenEye. Listen to our episode on
Yeah.
GoldenEye. We all loved it. We all
It was a blast talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sum it up though.
Yeah.
Why Goldeneye?
Actually, I'll just stick with what he said.
Oh, this is the laziest answer.
But he's right. Like, every character is so well thought out.
Yeah.
Whether it be Bond, villain, Bond girl, henchman, whatever. The gadgets are great. The music's awesome. Hello, Bono. You got...
I will say, in the end, you
Hey,
always
Chris.
remember the characters, and I think it helped because, and I brought it up at the N64 game. You just remember the set design, the locations that they visit. You remember all the character names. You know, I couldn't even go back to like a Sean Connery. I couldn't even name like a full cast.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but with GoldenEye, I like know everybody. Like,
And this is what we talked about the new movies are missing is
Yeah.
that cast of characters.
yes.
Um,
Other than not including the MI6 or is it MI6 or MI5?
MI5.
MI5.
Or MI6?
MI6.
Mission
No.
Impossible 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like
Is it, now you got me screwed up.
excluding government employees,
Yeah.
you don't really remember in the Daniel Craig like casts of characters that you interact with. You
Not
know?
really, except for, like, Jeffrey Wright, kind of, like...
Yeah, but like even then, like in Casino Royale, other than Lashif, who's the main villain, do you remember like the guy he fights in the airport? Like the name of that henchman?
Okay, I see what
No.
you did.
Yeah, like
Okay,
I don't remember, you know. Like in GoldenEye, you remember Valentine, Jack Wade, you know, all these like characters that they come across throughout the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
You know.
So everything Hanto said is my answer.
I just love GoldenEye.
Yeah, I
It's
just love
great.
it too. Like, seriously, if you were like, let's watch it right now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
let's
Yeah,
do
I'll
it.
watch
Dude, that podcast we just did on it was nothing but praise.
Yeah,
Yes.
the rewatch value is insane on that
Yeah.
movie. So.
But yeah, I agree. License to Kill is the best Bond movie.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap up Bond, the best of Bond. I don't think we'll be doing a Bond for a little bit because we have never gone so hard.
Yeah, we're
That was-
bonded out.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, we've done. I think we're at 6 episodes on Bond now, like total,
Wow.
or maybe actually 7. Yeah, about 7. But yeah, I love talking about Bond. This has been great. I hope you love listening to it or watching it. We will do Bond again in the future. If you have any requests or any comments or anything, you can hit us up on Facebook or you can email us at
CinemaCultPodcast@gmail.com. And I'm going to start including links to our Anchor. You can actually leave a voicemail on there. So leave a voicemail.
Please do. That'd be great. We'd love to hear. And we will put that voicemail, if we choose your request, onto the episode as well. As always, we love doing this. We hope you love listening to it or watching it. Have a great holiday, a great new year. I'm Chris,
I'm Matt.
And I'm Honto.
and we'll see you next year.